Everybody. This is Minister Veronica Horton with Transforming Lives Prayer Ministries. And I'm sitting here waiting for my husband to get off of work. And as I'm sitting here waiting, I was thinking about what we do as people when we're waiting on God to do something for us. God has made us a promise. We've prayed about something and we're waiting. We're waiting. We're waiting on God. We're waiting for that breakthrough. We're just waiting. And I was reading Psalms 37, and there's some things, there's about, I think, 5 things. Let me look on my notes. There are about 5 things that Psalms 31 says that we can do while we are waiting on the Lord to bring about that change or answer that prayer or bring about that breakthrough that we have asked for. And the first thing that we can do, or we should do when we're waiting for God, is to not fret. The very first verse in Psalm 37 says, "Fret not yourself because of evildoers. Be not envious of wrongdoers." So that's the first thing that we do while we're waiting on the Lord. The second thing that we should do while we're waiting on the Lord is to commit your way to the Lord. In verses 3 and 5 of the book of Psalms, it says, "Trust the Lord. Commit your way to the Lord. Trust in him, and he will act." So you make sure everything that you do, you're obeying God. The Bible tells us that we have to please God. If we say that we love him, then we'll obey him. We'll keep his commandments. The third thing is to do good. The third verse says again, "Trust in the Lord and do good. Dwell in the land and befriend faithfulness." And so we're to make sure that we do good to other people. We just do good in general. The fourth thing is we delight ourselves in the Lord. That's verse 4 says, "Delight yourself in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart." And so that means that you will make sure that you want to please God. You want to obey God, that you're not obeying God just out of, just to get what you're waiting for or just out of lip service, but in your heart you actually want to desire the things that he desires and do the things that he wants to do. So that's the fourth thing, delight yourself in the Lord. And finally, don't get angry. Don't get angry. Verse 8 in Psalm 37 says, "Cease from anger and forsake wrath. Fret not yourselves in any wise to do evil." And, as people, we know it's hard to wait on anything. We don't want to wait. Everything is microwave. Everybody wants right away. But God is going to take his time. He's not going to give us anything or do anything before time. He's got all wisdom, so he knows what he's doing. And while we are waiting, sometimes we have a tendency to get angry, wondering why God's taking so long. But we don't want to go out and try to fix anything or to try to do anything or try to manipulate God to work any faster. And so those are the 5 things that we can do while we are waiting on God. And when we do those 5 things, the Bible says in Psalm 37:34, this is what happens when you wait on the Lord. It says, "Wait on the Lord and keep his way, and he shall exalt thee to inherit the land. When the wicked are cut off, thou shalt see it." And so when you wait on God, when you do what you're supposed to do, you're going to inherit that promise, that breakthrough. And if there are, any enemies and anything that's been trying to distract you, anyone that's been persecuting you, whatever the case may be, then, whatever they have done to try to harm you, when God does what God does with them, you'll be able to witness that. But the most important part is God is going to answer your prayer. And so, wait on God for anything. Wait on him. He knows what he's doing. So I'm going to go and continue waiting for my husband to get off from work. You all have a good evening, and God bless you.